Paris even more.
Don't even set an alarm. It's not like we're going to play like 40 games every month or something. Fucking guy. Hello and welcome to the Legends of Tabletop podcast. We're off to a rip-roaring start here. We're going to be doing session 3, or our 3-part session of the Harvest Moon Hunt. I think that's what it is. So we'll get a little bit of a recap from last session. We were touring around town. We went into the paddock. There were shepherds, prints, bloods, sheep killed. It's a mess. And there was one of the sheep herders was killed. They, whatever it was, dragged him off. I think it was Doreena and Malachi found the body underneath a log. It was eviscerated, no organs, but it did look like there was some sort of combat, and the tracks were similar to what Malachi had seen earlier on the way to the village. So those spirits or whatever seemed to be involved. Marcion and Herminius stayed in town. They talked to Kundry. She was the one that had found the gold coin. We talked to her and her father as well. He was getting ready to leave to cash in that coin for goods in another little village. They showed us where they found the coin, and as we got her alone a little bit later, she said that 2 women came to her window and wanted to exchange the gold for goods. She agreed. She was, I don't want to say upset, but she was concerned. She didn't want us to tell anybody. The people wouldn't believe in the Fae. She didn't want to get in trouble. So we reconvened. We swapped some info. We went back towards the fairy ring to see if we could find the Fae creatures that we assumed were out there. And they kind of snuck up on us. So we had a parlay with them. They took us back to the camp, their camp. Ty Jenner was kind of a dick. That's the note that I have down here. The younger guy was like the prince or whatever, and he was on a hunt to sort of claim his manhood. They had to hunt this particular kind of creature. So they told us what it was. They had been chasing it down for a couple of days. The younger guy was not as experienced and didn't do his job very well. But we ended up kind of hanging out with them, and we told them that we would agree to help them snare the creature. That's it. Take it away.
Okay, so the 2 she, who are both male for the record, are Ty Jenner and Suvalis. Ty Jenner is older. He's Suvalis's bodyguard. Suvalis is younger, and he's some sort of a prince or a noble or something like that. And Ty Jenner being kind of a dick because he claims to have fought your kind when they first came to these shores.
So pretty much they hate us because we're human and we suck, but they're great. But now they brought this monster to us and kind of just killed sheep, killed people. So yeah, we're really the bad guys here.
They brought it on accident.
Oh yeah, sure.
They did agree. They did agree to pay for the passing of the shepherd and throw some extra coin in for the lost sheep and whatnot.
So we're like that little to them? They just pay for the dead bodies? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, this was out of game. We didn't say this in front of the people at all. Just find that right now because I'm confused.
Roll persuasion.
What's your turn?
Roll fast talk.
You're not wrong. Let's just be clear. You're not wrong. Okay, so you are kind of wasting the daylight with them in their camp. It's clear that their plan is to wait until dark and then start walking about as if they're hunting, find a good spot, and then leave the prince exposed, and then take up positions to rush to his aid. And then when the prince is, attacked, he's just going to dodge until everyone can kind of dogpile it, pin it down, and then they, and you guys can finish it off. That's the plan. They have explained that it's too cunning and it's too skilled at concealment to go stalking after it. They've been trying that for 3 days and it's gotten them nowhere. It's gotten them, nearly killed once. So, all right. So does anyone want to engage them in conversation during the day? Do you want to spend the rest? Because you only got like maybe about 4 hours before nightfall. So they are content to, sleep and rest. And kind of because knowing that it's going to be a long night.
Probably best if we rest as well.
Is Ty Jenner still sleeping? Like he kind of closed his eyes and well,
he's either ignoring you or he is in fact sleeping. It's hard to tell.
Okay.
The other one was up and he said, "Does anybody want to play cards?"
Oh yeah, we were playing cards, right.
So okay. Do you play cards with the she?
Mm-hmm.
All right, everybody roll.
Definitely would.
All right, everybody roll a luck roll and tell me if you get a hard success.
I'm sleeping, if that's okay with you.
You're not playing cards. Okay.
No, I'm sleeping.
What's the opposite of a hard success? Because
losing at cards is
I did exactly the worst you possibly could. So at least I got that out of the way now.
Hard success is half or less, right?
Half or less.
I failed. I outright failed. 78 out of 70.
He basically says, let's keep this honest and play for acorns.
Oh, come on.
He says, my money is worth way more than your money.
And they have no use for our money.
And I have no use for your money. So let's just keep it fair. So he actually has a bag of like 100 acorns and he gives everybody 20. And pretty much in 2 hours, Malachi is up to like 40 acorns. He's up to 60 and the two of you are out. Literally, he's like cleaned you guys out. And he says that you're good at. He says you're good at these games. I mean, actually, to keep it fair, he says, "Teach me one of your games." And he's, he had to take several, sets of cards out because they have different suits of royals. But whatever, he pares down his deck to be something, more familiar. And he's just content to not sleep and while away the time with, gambling with you guys. And he says, he looks over at Doreena and he calls her name a few times. And you are in fact sleeping. All right. So then he starts talking about women.
I might wake up to that. Not sure.
It's like he wasn't going to do it if you were awake, but he's like, so is she with any of you, or do I have a shot?
Whoa.
I think it really all depends on whether or not you're able to bag this beast.
He says, well, maybe we can get it done quickly in the evening and I can have a few hours to see what else we can catch.
Are you sure that Ty Jenner would be okay with? I mean, he seemed very put off just with the fact that we were here. I'm not sure that
here is in our camp or here is in this island.
I honestly couldn't tell.
Because I can tell you it's both. He's not a big fan of Milesians.
Yes. Well, we are different. Well, maybe not so different than people that you may have met before. Look, I'm very interested in whatever you may have to be able to share with us, and it's just fascinating. Does anybody ever come to where you are, like where you go to? Can you go back and forth?
Yeah, sure. It happens.
Well,
There are a few favored by us that are allowed into Tirnanog, and before you ask, no, I'm not taking you, Macrion the Scholar.
all right. Well, shit.
You are the last sort of person we would want visiting, unless we had plans never to allow you to return to the world of Iron.
Well, that could possibly be a problem, or perhaps not. I mean, it's nice. Maybe would want to stay.
Well, I'm sure that you would. I mean, it's not like any other realm. But enough about that. I should not give you hope.
Yes, best not to excite him with things out of his grasp.
But there's plenty to keep you occupied in the world of Iron. This is a very interesting world of your own. And, I mean, with your limited lifespan, you won't even see all of this island before your years are done.
When he says that, he gets like a crestfallen look because he knows he's getting older, and it cuts right to the thing that bothers him the most.
And he says, fear not, Macrion. He says, you will live a life as full as me. Candles that burn very, very bright do not burn very long.
An elixir, perhaps. Anything that you may share that would forestall the inevitable?
I've got just the thing.
Yes.
And he goes into his bag and he pulls out a wine flask.
Yes, I am familiar with that.
He says, here, take a long swallow of this. Breathe through your nose and don't open your mouth for at least a minute after you swallow.
So he takes it, takes a drink, and then he starts thinking about it and is like, oh, he's probably just trying to get me to shut up.
Make a con check.
Herminius, when this happens, just kind of leans back and crosses his arms to watch and wait.
I got a 93.
I regret.
My con is 60.
This is not good.
He drinks. He basically takes the slug and he just smiles, passes it back, and and basically the Fae Yusavala says, "So how are you feeling, Macrion?" And he just leans forward, and she catches him and lays him down. He goes, "Well, now that we've gotten past that," and he laughs. Any takers?
Takers on drinking more of that stuff?
He says, I like it. Then he takes a slug.
I believe that our fragile bodies do not have as well a constitution as yours, and especially preparing for such a fight ahead of us, that at least I shan't be partaking.
And you hear Ty Jenner, who's supposed to be asleep, says, "Oh, you're not as dumb as you look then." He says, "That should go for all three of you." He says, "Get some rest. It'll be a hard night." He goes, "You too, Savalis."
Are we all going to just sleep then? Or do we have a watch of any kind?
Oh, we're perfectly safe here. It won't come out until dark. They never do.
That's what I'm worried about, is the dark part, actually.
We'll be awake and on our guard long before the sun sets. Sleep, Milesian. He says, "Enjoy it. It could be your last."
Oh.
I wake up to that right there. Just half awake. Look up. And they'll go back.
Oh, that's okay. It is definitely not our first possible last.
Okay, at about half an hour before sunset, they break out what's left of the food they got from the farm girl, and they share it with all of you. And they said, well, since we're getting this done tonight, Lud willing, we will not need to ration any further. So they said, please, Milesians, join us in a meal before the hunt.
Yeah, of course. Any particular ritual we need to observe?
Tygener just raises an eyebrow and says, no, I'm sure you've eaten before.
Yes. Of course.
Marcion is always learning. He is fascinated with you.
I can see that. All right. So he says, he packs up the camp and takes down their tent and their bedrolls. They pack everything up. They put it into a bag that's way too small for all of it. All of it fits.
Bigger on the inside.
That's a very handy haversack that you have there.
Got any extra of those?
Just the one. Why would you need two?
To share?
He goes, with who? We didn't plan to link up with you. All right, let's be off. There's a place near water not far from here. Animals come to drink. I'm sure by now, even you Milesians have pulled all of your sheep far from the forest fence, so it'll check It'll check inside the forest first, and then hopefully it will find our young prince here. And Savalas is like, "Oh, I'm just thrilled." So Tygener is scouting for a good spot along this stream. Doreena, you can roll your... do you have woodland survival? Do you have survival... anything in the survival column?
No.
We can roll natural world as well.
Okay. 44 out of 65.
You find a rocky outcropping that is bare of trees in two directions. So if it attacked from the trees, it could only do that from like the east and the east and the north and the east. To the south and the west, it's blocked by a large outcropping.
Mm-hmm.
And if it leapt from there, it would be a very long and leap, and probably not accurate because it would be falling.
Mm-hmm.
So, knowing animals, this would be a good spot to set up an ambush. Is there anything that you wish to do?
Okay. So if we're setting up this area as an ambush, I let everybody know the science behind it. Explains my thinking behind what I'm going to do. Does anybody else want to put anything in this area, or?
Tygener says this is a good spot. You have a good eye, Milesian. And he says, I'll take a spot against the rocks. Mm-hmm. I'll use a glamour to conceal myself, to look as I am stone. It should keep the creature from detecting me. But again, from where the prince will be sitting, and he picks a really good spot, I won't get to it before it gets to him. You'll need to pin it down initially. And he's saying, I'm not going to, from where we are and where my spot is, you guys are going to have to do the first round of attack. Okay. After that, I should be in with my spear.
Marcion reaches into his toga and pulls out his small knife, holds it out.
So I guess I'll be over with Doreena with my new metal club stake thing that I have. Do we have a hide that we're going to be hiding behind? What do we?
You'll have to make one if you want to make a hide.
Okay.
Do I have? Let me see if I have something.
Devise repair would be the skill, I believe. But let me look that up. It's not like I wrote the Cthulhu Invictus rulebook.
Oh, so I actually repair devise I have. I have a 70 in that. So
Hell yeah.
I will make something.
Okay, roll repair devise to create a hide. And do we all know what a hide is?
It's
Yeah.
a place that you hide.
Yeah, should all of us be together, or are we gonna?
It's up to you guys. What don't ask me for advice.
Oh no, I was talking like as the group.
So I'm trying to think. It probably would be better if we had two separate groups to go from two different angles. Because our right now
A plastic pincer, yes, that would be advisable, I believe.
I mean, we can ask what the Fae say, but I mean, maybe it might be good just in case we need to be a little bit more flexible at how we respond. But if we set up two sides, I can be behind one with one of the bookworms. Doreena, you can be behind the other with the other bookworm.
that's an excellent
exactly what I was thinking too, Malachi. Whereas it is quite often best to keep the brute and the brawn the brains and the brawn together. In this instance, I think it's best that we pair up differently.
Okay, so roll for the second hide.
Okay. I was successful for the first one, and a 7 for the second one.
The second one is even better.
And I have a 70, so that was like, yeah. All right.
Yeah, that's quite good. So you've got two hides that should allow you to get within striking distance of where the prince is sitting.
Mhm.
And basically he wanders away and says, I'm going to circle back and come and take this spot so it doesn't see us all here. It's early enough and that I think I should be safe for a few minutes to, move away and then come back.
Who is saying this? Just out of curiosity?
The prince. He says, if you're concerned, you can sneak with me. Are you good at concealing yourself?
Yes, but I don't think it's wise if our strategy is for you to be in a certain area, you should stay in that area.
I'm hoping it'll pick up my scent of being alone and coming here before. If it's following my scent, it'll follow multiple scents here and then wonder why I'm alone. But if it's following my lone scent, I think we'd have a better chance of surprising it.
I mean, he survived this far, right? I mean, this is this is their
again.
business.
If you are concerned, stay downwind from me and follow. I only plan to go, to that tree and back. And he points. It's about 100 yards.
We will have him within eye shot practically the whole time.
Will we?
Yeah, yes, you will. And he says, just walk in the water to mask your scent.
I will wait here.
I will also wait here, and I strongly suggest that you do as well. We are all working together to make this successful for you, and to deviate from the plans may not lead in a successful hunt.
He says, it's my hunt, and I've already shamed myself by allowing you to help me. I will take this risk for the good of the hunt. He says, that being said, if it attacks me, you come and help.
That being said, you should stay here.
Tygener speaks up from his concealment, and he says, go earn your spores, boy. Lure it back to the fighters.
Okay.
And as he wanders away, he says, "The boy's trying to prove something to me, which is good because he has a lot to prove to me."
I just fear that his desire to prove himself will be his downfall.
And that's what we're here to prevent.
Understood.
Okay, so he wanders out to this rock. He either actually relieves himself or pretends to relieve himself. Takes out an apple, starts eating it as he slowly walks back.
Well, I assume Macrion goes in with Doreena.
Yes.
He leans over. He says, "Oh, he's certainly playing the part." Yes.
This young child needs a lot of learning, and dirty looks are given.
It's funny because he's probably about 700 years old.
Yeah.
Of course. And in the perspective of we're trying to help you here, and you're not.
Right.
To me, I look down upon him because I don't know, his rationale to me is illogical.
I believe that Ty Jenner looks down on him as well, but that seems to be an interpersonal thing that I mean, we're helping here, but we should probably not get involved in their relationship struggles.
You hear Ty Jenner say, "Everyone shut up. No more talking." He goes, it has better ears than us. He says, and it's smart enough to get to see through those hides. So just silence and keep your ears and eyes open. Okay, so I need everyone to make a listen and a spot hidden.
Fail, listen.
Same.
Fuck. Failed spot.
Hard success on the spot, though.
Pass. Listen, pass, spot hidden.
Thank God.
So hard spot, pass on both.
Hard pass, hard success on the listen. On the listen. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay, so if you made a hard success on listen, raise your hand. If you've made a success on listen, raise your hand. Okay, Doreena, you hear something moving about. And as soon as you hear that, you also realize that other natural forest sounds have stopped. Like the sounds of bugs and small animals scurrying around. The natural sounds of the forest have gone very quiet. And then you hear something, but you can't tell from where or what. Malachi, you can notice the same thing, but you can actually tell from where. And it sounds it's the sound of the nimble feet of almost like a goat on stone.
All right, so I sort of tense up, without sort of shifting my body. I tense up and hope that Herminius senses my attention in the direction where I hear the sound coming.
Okay, and Doreena and Herminius, you made spot, yes?
Yes.
I did.
Yes.
Oh, you're looking like frantically about the north and the east, and you see nothing. And then you kind of see like almost like a pebble, like some rocks get knocked loose on that rock hang that you were like, oh, it will never come this way because it's too far to jump down.
Mm.
But there's something moving, down that rock face. But did anyone make a hard success on the spot?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Herminius.
Herminius, you see half in and out of the shadows a large beast. It has gray fur with like a white dotted pattern. It has a very thick tail. It has a short feline face with forward facing eyes and large ears like a bobcat, but and also the bottom growth's like a lynx. But it's the size of a tiger and it has 6 legs.
Okay. Yeah. So once
you have a clear, and it's actually coming from the opposite direction you've set up the ambush.
So can it see us then? Like, are we open to it?
If you rushed it now, you could probably get a round of attacks on it before it could really react, because it doesn't see you. But you also realize that the rock face it's climbing down is the same rock face Tygener is camouflaged against.
Oh, so he's going to be right over there. So I think we're all realizing, obviously, that it's coming from a different direction than we anticipated, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I feel like response probably is the appropriate thing then.
Yes.
Is there
Yeah,
any...
Herminius will like give Malachi a little elbow and like slowly start to pull the sword out.
Roll stealth.
All right.
Herminius or all of us?
Herminius.
I actually have a good. That's a hard success. 33 out of 70.
In the deathly quiet, as you start rolling out, moving the sword out, you hear like it just sound. You realize it sounds like thunder. Like you just did it. I guess your hand was like slightly trembling. Oh, by the way, make a sanity check.
All right.
You did see.
I just oiled it.
You just oiled your sanity?
It's an 80 out of 70. Or sorry, 80 out of 61.
All right, so you fail it.
Quite a bit of sanity.
You take 2 points.
Right.
And you guessed you were shaken and your hand was trembling. So it was like, and it hears it. Literally, like one ear like points. You see movement as Tygener like starts to move, and it just drops on him.
Oh shit! All right, I immediately jump toward it. As quick
Just
as I can.
bust the hide.
Yep.
Okay.
Agreed.
So it's like laying on Tygener, and it's like it's clawed him, and he's trying to get the spear up, but of course he's got a 2-handed spear and it's on him, so he's practically helpless. But he's already taken damage, so you guys have a round of attacks.
Okay.
Macron's like, what's happening?
No, it's literally the clear. It's exploded into action. It's no longer using its natural concealment. It's out in the moonlight. So everyone else make a sanity check.
A 1. This doesn't faze me at all.
92.
Ooh, 76 under 77.
So 2 points.
For you, it'd be 3.
3.
Anybody who had to roll and failed this round, it's 3. If you passed, it's 1.
Even with a 1, just out of curiosity?
It's, you take 1
Okay.
sand point.
Oh, sorry. Did you want me to roll a second one?
No.
For this?
You
Okay.
for the rest of them.
Sounds
All
good.
right. So, what does everybody wish to do this round? No one went. I mean, it's only even losing 3 points, you could act. Nobody's running away screaming.
I'm hurtling myself headlong at it with the intent to club the shit out of it with this big metal rod I have.
Okay, give me your attack roll.
All right. It is really good that I have such a high thing because oh god, yeah, I 85 out of 89. My skill is 89. I rolled an 85.
Okay, you crack it with the club,
Okay.
and I'll tell you when to roll damage. Doreena, what do you do?
I have the javelin that's already been just kind of hanging out, and
Yeah,
I'm gonna
you can throw it.
I'm
Roll.
gonna throw it right out. 45 out of 65.
Okay, I'll have you roll damage in a minute. Macrion.
I think I am actually going to cast Earthly Serenity on Ty Jenner.
Which will do what?
It costs 3 magic points. It takes 1 round. It inhibits the ability to feel pain and brings a calm state of mind for a limited time to the recipient of the spell. Once cast, the
Nice.
spell causes its target to feel no pain for 1 hour. Rolls to remain conscious caused by reduced hit points and/or major wounds are ignored. During this period, the target receives a temporary boost of 2 hit points lost when the spell ceases. In addition, for 1 hour, the target's mind is serene. Phobias or manias can be ignored. Insanity losses are noted but not deducted until after the spell ends.
Okay.
So Doreena doesn't run, so he, as soon as she throws the blind and she throws the spear, and he's like, he kind of reaches out his
All right,
hand.
that's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Herminius, did you go yet?
Not yet, but I'll be following up Malachi, pulling out the dagger, rushing in.
Give me an attack roll.
All right, that is a 9 out of 60.
Nice.
Okay. This is what happens. Doreena's javelin will arrive before either one of you deliver your blows.
Mm-hmm.
Doreena, as your javelin hits its hide, it pings harmlessly away. Malachi, as you bash into it, and Herminius, as you stab it, your weapons do not have the ability to pierce its hide.
So, all right. I remember all of a sudden. I remember they wanted us just to pin it, right, and then they could do damage with it. So we need to actually hold it down.
No, they did say that your weapons should be. They implied your weapons would be fine for what you needed to do.
But clearly,
Oh,
cannon fodder.
God, yes, sacrifice.
At which point, the prince moves swiftly. Okay, the creature hops off of the very wounded she. And during the time that you were attacking and getting its attention, young Suvalis comes rushing up to his wounded mentor, grabs him, and they both vanish.
Oh, you are freaking kidding me.
The kid dropped his spear on the way there, and Ty Jenner's spear is also at the creature's feet, but the creature is standing over it.
Okay.
It turns, looks at all 4 of you, in just fury. And I need everybody to roll a luck roll. Oh no. Herminius and Malachi, you guys roll luck. You ran up on it. The other 2 were you used ranged weapons.
55 out of 70.
69 out of 85 or 60. Oh shit, 65. Shit.
All right, so that's kind of decided. The Kathshi attacks Malachi. It does hit.
While this is happening, I'm yelling at Doreena to grab the spear underneath the cat.
I'm too far away, unfortunately.
Try.
So I need someone to actually. That's what I was going to be like. Get the spear.
Malachi, I need you to roll your armor.
Okay.
Your armor absorption.
Oh,
Right?
for
And
crap's sake.
I really need you to roll high.
Where the hell is my armor?
It should be down towards the bottom of your first page of your character.
Do we get a dodge at all?
You could dodge, but then you wouldn't be able to act the next round.
Okay. My armor is 1d4 plus 1. Oh god. 4.
4. That's actually great. You take 9 points of damage.
And by great, you mean really shitty. But okay.
No, because it would have killed you had you not rolled as high as that.
Yeah. Oh my god. Okay.
It just savages the bodyguard.
Mm.
Literally 4 sets of claws just raking all over him.
Sorry.
Parties around. We'll start with Marcion because I'm just gonna follow the way you guys appear on my screen.
Okay. He yells out like he's angry. They disappeared like he's fucking channeling magic and shit. He's like, "Come back here, you cowards!" And then he does the same thing. He'll cast the same spell on Malachi, as it looks like he took a mighty blow or series of blows.
Keep in mind, don't knock yourself out with magic point loss.
Right.
Okay. So Malachi, you're not feeling that attack.
Okay.
Doreena.
So obviously, I only have what's with me. The javelin's gone already. I'm gonna. How far away? How many yards away am I from the beast?
You could get there and attack this round, or you can just get there and do something else.
So I want to attempt to put a net on it.
Roll your attack with your net.
The net goes on Macri.
Hey, wait, whoa!
It's an 88.
All right, so you're that's too much luck to burn.
No, I can't.
All right, you throw the net and it's just wide. Herminius, what do you wish to do?
Can I get to the spear on the ground?
Yes, you can.
I gotta. Malachi is like gonna die, and I already ran once and almost killed everyone. So
Okay.
I'm gonna try to grab the spear.
You grab it's a large 2-handed spear, so you can't grab it and attack this round. You grab it and take a step back, and stand at the ready with it. But you can do that easily because it's so distracted with nearly killing Malachi.
Yeah.
Real quick, Herminius, since this is something that Oscar has mentioned a few times, what's your spear handling related skills like? Or should you be
I don't know if he has any.
I will tell you what the base in spear is.
What's the base?
It's like 20 or something, isn't it?
Give me a second. I got the rule book open.
I have a 60 in brawl.
Can you throw?
That's good with knife, but not with not with 2-handed spear.
You could use it as a club, basically.
Could you possibly toss it to someone? Maybe?
You can't throw a 2-handed spear.
Oh, God's sake.
It's like a boar spear.
Yeah.
And what's the other weapon that's there? Just out of curiosity, I forgot.
I think they both had spears.
Yeah.
Yeah, is the other one a more manageable spear?
If I recall, they were both pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
20. The base is 20.
Okay.
God.
Okay, Malachi, what do you wish to do when this thing is all over you? Is there anything you can do?
Ride him.
Roll away.
Yeah. I mean, can I get clear towards the other spear? Can I roll clear towards the other spear and grab that?
Make a hard dex check. Because I mean it's right on top of you, but if you want to try and scramble over like kicking and crawling to get near it. But you would need to be on both feet to wield it.
All right. 19 out of... Yeah, that'll do it.
Okay, you roll and scamper it towards the other spear and get a hand on it.
Okay.
Okay, this round it looks over at Herminius holding the spear and then leaps at him.
Roll like you've never rolled before, Hermione.
Okay. Do you wish to dodge? You will not be able to attack next round. I'm not going to tell you whether I hit or not. You got to dodge before I tell you whether it hits or not.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Hold on. Let's see. Rolled. He's gonna try to like dig his feet in and prepare himself.
Okay. It looks at you. You like start to set. It leaps at you and does something completely unsuspected. It leaps over you and hits you with its backmost pair of claws, grips you by the shoulders, flips you over so that you're sprawled out on your chest, and then lands on you, just like putting its weight on you. It's actually a wrestling maneuver. It basically flipped you onto your, face down into the dirt, and it's standing over you, holding you down with its front feet. So you are just make a hard dex check.
It's 77 out of 75.
The spear goes
hard.
flying out of your hands as you're like literally flipped over and then just slammed
towards Doreena.
Would they break in half so I can get it?
It's funny because if you made that roll, I was going to ask you, do you want to hold on to the spear or let it go as it's flipping you over? But you lost it in the flip. Doreena, roll a luck check.
Success.
You can grab it and attempt to attack this round. Although, hold on a second. So Herminius doesn't look harmed. He actually took no damage from this attack. He's got the wind knocked out of him, and he's got several hundred pounds of Kathshi on top of him. So unless he finds a way to maneuver out of this hold, he's going to be held. But you can attack this round. Malachi, you can attack this round with a penalty dice because you're kind of scrambling to your feet after this massive attack. And I'm only allowing that because he gave you the spell to kind of deaden the pain and the effects of the blood loss and shock. Otherwise, you'd be like laying there in shock with that, such a horrific wound.
So I'm more of a brawler and not a spear person.
It's a spear, 20%. Yeah, it's not an ideal world. It's Cthulhu Invictus. You want it easy? I hear they're playing Pathfinder over on another YouTube channel.
I am an experienced fighter. I just wonder if maybe I have some brilliant idea about how.
Do you? Because as far as you know, you don't have a weapon that'll affect it.
I scream, break it in half as loud as humanly possible.
It's a thick, iron-hardened, it's a boar spear. It's meant to like wrestle boars. You're not gonna break this thing over you'd have to saw it in half.
Yeah, fuck. All right.
I can't try to wield it as a club at all. Right?
No.
Okay, here we go. Holy crap. Oh my god, I got an 01. But it's
I almost want to make you pan the camera down. I'm almost calling shenanigans.
Do it.
Shenanigans. All right.
Can you see the O?
No, we
No,
can't see anything.
Nice.
Can you see the O?
No.
It's just off screen.
All right. All right. Look, we're old men. I'm not gonna. If you're cheating at Call of Cthulhu, then that's not true.
Look, it's an O.
I'm gonna,
His face is genuine. He looked really surprised.
okay. We're going to say with an 01, the spear does max damage.
Nice.
A two-handed spear. That's a lot of damage.
All right, wait. Here, I'm going to prove it to you. I'm going to prove it to you this way. Haven't touched it. Go on, Max.
You better post this to the Facebook page for Legends of Tabletop.
I'll check it right now. Hold on.
You could have changed the dice to 01 before you took the picture.
I didn't touch it.
Oh, gosh.
You guys.
You're just jealous.
All right, roll your strength. The spear itself does 10 points.
Damn.
It's a two-handed spear. It's like, they kill boars with this.
Well,
just roll your strength. We're already past the dice. Okay, fine.
All right. 66. And my strength is a 70.
Okay, what's your damage bonus?
Damage bonus. Oh, I'm sorry. Damage bonus is 1d4. Sorry about that.
Okay.
1.
Okay, 11 points. Just an absolutely brutal attack. But unfortunately, it is not enough to slay the creature. But it is a horrendous wound to it. And literally, you hit it into the shoulder and drove the shaft like deep into the upper part of its chest.
So it's still in, right?
Yeah. Doreena, next, you've got your spear.
I'm going for it. I can use javelin, correct? Interchangeable here or no?
No.
Fake
It's a two-handed spear. You can't throw it.
Oh, come on. All right.
20 is base. You've got luck to burn. Close is better than. And if you roll an 01, I'm signing out of this game and I'm not coming back next week.
Is that a challenge?
Go.
Challenge accepted, good sir. 81.
81.
Fuck that shit.
Okay. All right. At this point, it leaps backwards, releasing Herminius. Malachi, as it's leaping backwards, it's trying to withdraw the blade.
I'm just pushing my whole body up against it.
All right. It was an unexpected move because you wouldn't expect because it has a very high intelligence. So you're going to need to make a dex check to kind of keep pace with it. But if you make that dex check, I will allow you a second attack with a bonus dice.
Okay, yeah, 49. So I made the dex check.
Okay, so you can press the attack. Roll your attack with a bonus dice this round.
Okay.
All right, but before you do that, Herminius, it's leaped off of you. Malachi barely avoids trampling you in his effort to keep pace with the thing. What do you wish to do?
I wish to run and hide behind Doreena.
All right, Doreena. Marcion, what are you doing?
What you got
this is probably stupid. Let me run this past you. So it kind of rears up. He's pushing the spear into it. Can I run to the other side of it and grab the spear and kind of pull to make that wound worse? If it's sticking out the backside, he's got it from the front.
No, it's not sticking out. It's embedded.
Oh, it's embedded
He's struggling to keep the blade in it. To attack again.
Yeah, in fact, the prongs on the boar spear would make it impossible to stick through the other end.
Right. So,
Yeah.
Macrion, what you're suggesting is to like run up and grab it to help him impale it.
Yes.
Roll up with your brawl to like grab it
Alright.
by the mane and kind of like keep it in place.
Fuck me, 92.
Okay.
My brawl's 50.
All right. So Malachi, you can roll an attack with a bonus dice, and Doreena, you can roll a regular attack. If you would have held it in place with a makeshift grapple, I would have given Doreena 1 bonus dice and Malachi 2.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. So what's the bonus die?
You roll your 10s twice and you keep the better one.
Okay. All right. Definitely not that one. That's a 94.
So keep the 4.
And 47. So neither of them make the actual. But the thing is, like, I'm no longer using it as a spear, right? I'm actually just trying to stay up.
It backed away so suddenly. You tried to keep with it to attack.
Yeah.
But it's pulled away. It's trying to escape, is what it's trying to do.
I got in the way.
Doreena.
So, okay. We got this big beast chilling over there with a spear chilling out of him.
Nope, the spear's out. He couldn't hold it.
He couldn't hold it. Okay.
It's kind of scampered back away. He was struggling to keep up with it, but it did pull away.
So I'm going to. You said it's trying to. Does it seem to be trying to escape? Can I?
Oh yes,
tell?
it's trying to back away from you guys.
So I want to intimidate it with a spear.
To do what? Escape?
See if it can get back to where it belongs.
Um.
Well, because they just got out of there, no problem. So I'm wondering if there's a possibility.
It really doesn't want to go back to the fairy realm because the pickings are easier here. So.
Okay, fair enough. All right, then I'll just try to kill it.
Yeah.
All right. 59. Nope. No
All
luck.
Right. All right. At this point, it turns and it starts to flee. This is the last chance you guys will get to attack it as it's moving away. It's literally jumping onto the stones and scampering up the wall to just get away from you. The only way the two of you still have even a shot at it is because they're long spears. You can lunge at it as it's getting away.
Mm-hmm.
Herminius, Macrion, if there's anything you can come up with to do, let me know. But it is mortally wounded.
I'm going to grab a rock and throw it. That's about all.
Is it low enough to like jump and grab the tail?
Yes.
I will try to do so. Can I use my fighting brawl?
Yes.
All right. So like he got in the way and it starts to run. He's like, no, oh, wait a minute. I'm helping. 22 out of 50. So that
okay. It leaps onto the rocks with its front 2 legs. Before it can grab with its back 2 legs to anchor and lunge forward, Macrion grabs it by the tail and around its haunch. And just as it slips off the rock and it like falls on his back. So now Macrion and the Caschi are like in a heap on the ground at the base of the stone. So everyone can get a bonus dice. But if you don't kill it, it will get a bonus dice on Macrion the following round.
He's screaming, kill it! Kill it!
Don't rub its belly!
He's a wrestler, so like he's got his legs wrapped in it like he's trying to hold it.
Oh gosh.
Okay, Herminius, is there anything you want to do to assist?
Yeah, I wanna get can I get like a big enough rock that I can like grab it and just smack the thing in the head? I'm trying to like daze it to kind of confuse it a little.
Give me an attack roll.
All right. That is a 3.
Okay,
Wow.
you confuse it, so it's kind of like it doesn't know what's going on. But we need a spear attack. It's the only weapon that can that can affect it. Doreena and Malachi, because it's been wrestled to the ground, you have a bonus dice this round.
All right. 94 again. Great. 36.
Well, no. So you keep the 4 and just
If
re-roll
you-
the 10.
Oh, I'm sorry. Wait, what do I do?
So you rolled a 94. So you keep the 4 and then roll that 9 again.
Oh, okay.
So that was 3, right?
So 34.
Yeah.
34.
Yeah.
If you burn 14 luck, you'll hit. Do you want to
might
wait
roll
to
it.
see if Doreena hits?
I'm gonna burn 14 luck.
Wait, let's Doreena make your attack.
Okay.
She may naturally hit, and you won't have to burn 14 luck.
No. 79.
You get a bonus dice, so you get to roll the 10s twice.
Okay.
Last number is going to be a 9.
6.
Okay, her rolls are terrible. For burning 14, burning 14 will probably end this here. But
Or it'll kill Marcion.
or it'll probably maul Macrion to death before you get another shot to hit it.
And all the rest of us. So yeah, let's do this.
Okay, give me a damage. 1d10 plus 1d4.
Okay.
If you roll 2 1s, Macrion's
Oh, dear
dead.
God.
Macrion is most likely dead if you roll 2 1s.
No pressure.
4, 8, or yeah,
Okay.
7 plus 1 for damage. So
Okay, you hit it. It stops moving. It does not maul Macrion to death. It whimpers. It starts purring.
I keep pushing until it stops purring.
And then it well, sadly enough, when cats are in a great deal of pain, they do purr.
Yeah. I want it to stop doing that.
It lies still. It is dead.
Oh,
And
that
he
was
won't
stupid.
he won't feel any. And you're like covered in blood and dirt.
Yeah,
But miraculously you're not harmed, and neither is Herminius. Strangely enough, even though you both like kind of wrestled with this thing. And congratulations, you're all still alive.
Can you
Macrion
pull this
barely
off?
alive.
Help me pull it. And he's like trying to push it.
try to slide it over.
You slide it over, and you free your scholar. The wrestling scholar.
Oh, that was a hell of a shot. I don't know what came over me.
These fuckers. Let's take the body so they cannot claim it as their prize.
I don't.
They actually show up. They appear.
Oh, fuck those people. The hell with them.
And when you say that, he goes, well, at least let us give you something for your wound, warrior.
Why would we trust you at this point?
No.
We betrayed us.
Goodbye.
Despite what you think of humans as not being trustworthy, trust is the absolute most important thing to me. And you betrayed us. You left us here to die.
Mm-mm.
That was not my intent, but yes, we would have left. We were using you to lure the creature out.
But why did you leave? We had a deal. We made an arrangement.
He says, I was mortally wounded. Unless I had drank a potion, I would have been dead within a moment. The boy dragged me away.
And yet I cast a spell on you.
He basically says, look, we're not making any excuses for our actions. What's done is done. He says,
meanwhile, my entrails are hanging out here.
and he's offering you an elixir.
And for some reason, then magically it doesn't hurt at all. But I'm like literally looking for it.
Literally, yeah, you're disemboweled.
Yeah.
Will my first aid help him so he doesn't have to take the drugs?
Your first aid would keep him alive to get him to the village, but literally, I think what you've got like 2 points left.
I have 3 points. Yeah.
3 points left. Yeah.
Oh, wait. Yeah.
Well, the 2 are going to go away after an hour when that spell wears off.
Oh God.
I have 4 hit points left. I'm
Okay.
ready to take this awesome spear that I now have.
Right.
That also has.
That's your as far as I'm concerned. You're the prince now. You killed it. So
Yeah. Sorry, not sorry.
So, how do you plan to repay us for reneging on the deal that we made? The potion for him would just be a start.
He says, "Well, then let's start," and he hands you the potion.
I'm like picking up. I'm just sort of trying to like pack them in a little bit. Like,
you don't want them to heal on the outside of your body.
You drink the potion.
Oh, so he you drank
That's
Macron,
poison, you're dead.
you should. We may be able to get you to the village, but if the potion works as they say it will,
I don't trust them.
they have no reason to kill us now. We've destroyed the beast. What would be gained from it?
The fact that they could then take the beast and claim it as their own kill.
Yeah.
Oh, that was always the deal. What does it serve you here?
You abandoned us. You broke the deal that you made with us. So now we're taking the prize that we killed.
Servalis smiles and says, "What was your original plan? Buy a sheep and stake it out in the open and use it as bait?"
Our original plan was certainly not to be used as bait by Faye, who promised us something else. Whose words?
We are not sheep.
He says, "You have killed a Kathshi. That's a great honor." Tygener says, "What's done is done. Allow me to at least attempt to make some amends."
No.
He says, "Take the potion and accept some gifts. Allow us to be generous."
No. I'm sorry, but first of all, how do we know this is a gift? We don't know that. And we're risking someone's life even further by taking something that we know nothing about. I understand that you provided intel to provide a strategy, but we were left to die. Our lives are worth more than the coin you could give.
It's not just that we were left to die, but we were purposefully used as bait without being told that that was the purpose.
And they nod.
Be gone.
So
This is our prize.
simply because I am interested in the money.
Okay, so
whatever you have, and
so Servalis comes forward, Doreena, and says, "I understand that you are mad, and you have every right to be. And yes, you were disrespected, but you've proved your bravery in a way I could not. So allow me to make amends." And he takes off the knife. He unbelts the dagger from his thigh, and he offers it to you. And he says, "This type of weapon will affect creatures like this."
I'm not the one you should be offering that to.
He goes, "We will offer something to each of you."
You need to speak to the person that pretty much almost died because of your arrogance.
And basically they offer you a potion to heal your wounds, and they say that what prize would you ask, Macreon? Malachi.
I know what Macreon would want.
They have something in mind for him. He says, "We can give you a precious jewel that would or we can give you something that will help you in your future endeavors."
yes. C. All of the above.
He says, "We can give."
Persuade us, and I literally have my guts hanging out right now.
Okay, make a persuade. That's he's making an argument. He's bargaining.
Yeah.
That's
Or we can
persuade.
just take the tiger and go.
It doesn't serve any purpose for us. It would garner us no honor here. The villagers will be happy that the threat has been vanquished. If we
But
may
don't-
benefit from this, then there's no reason why we should not.
We're not the only one that lost here.
Malachi, did you make your persuade?
38 out of 29.
38.
But allow me to point at my guts once again.
Is that worth the bonus die?
All right.
I'm grabbing my net and I'm going towards the tiger to try to wrap this up and take it with me.
If
All right,
Herminius,
let me deal with
okay.
one of you at a time, okay, guys?
Yep, go ahead.
Okay. He says, take the potion, and he says, and take this, and he takes off a torque, and it's like gold set with emeralds. It's worth 5,000 sesterces.
I will take that.
Okay. And he says, and please drink the potion before you die.
Oh, you're gonna die if you drink the potion anyway.
What roll can I roll to get any sense that he's not just totally full?
Insight.
Oh,
right?
now you're gonna roll to see if they're lying. Now you're rolling. Not last week.
And this is part
You
of my
guys
character.
willingly made a deal with the Fae, and nobody thought to roll insight. Now you're gonna roll insight.
Macreon knows that they're bound by laws or assumes, so
they're
he didn't question it.
Okay.
It's the stories say.
Roll insight.
Everyone want to roll insight here with me? What's my-
I don't trust them no matter what. I don't need fucking
Sure.
insight for that.
I don't either. I just want to know if they're lying right now. That's,
Now
I
you
would
don't trust them.
the Fae again.
That is
Right to their face. But
if we're all rolling, Herminius got a 22 out of 65.
The potion won't hurt him. The potion
I
will
got
heal
an
him.
03 out of 65. Okay.
It's genuine offer to heal your wounds.
All right. In that case, I take it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I rolled
Herminius will
max.
kind of-
It
okay.
heals eight. It heals
Yeah.
8 points.
Nice.
All right.
But he lost
Herminius
9.
will kind of put a hand on Malachi's shoulder and take a step forward towards them and say, if I may, we the Ironborn, we have lost a lot since this creature has come to this side. The town itself has lost many sheep, their livelihood.
Every household that lost a sheep will be paid. A gemstone will appear, or a thick gold coin will appear on their doorstep tomorrow.
That is very kind of you.
And 5 for the household that lost a shepherd.
I say with the least amount of respect that I can possibly have in my voice. What was the thing you mentioned about something that would help us in future quests? And where is it?
Okay, for you, Malachi, who's he goes into his like little pocket and he hands you a charm of the sun.
Okay, all right.
And he says, as long as you carry this charm, it will protect you from. It will be a charm of protection against harmful magic. So once per day, this charm will grant you a bonus dice to any POW check against magic.
And now I will say, we greatly appreciate the position that you've put us in, because we have learned much, and we have also accomplished, in effect, what you could not.
I walk away from this conversation.
Disgust. Okay.
You also, and he'll kind of gesture to the prince, you come from a place of power. I believe anything that you have on you even though it might not be easy to replace, you can replace within relative good time. So I feel as though if there is anything that you might have on you that could protect us or help us in future events, that it would only be kind enough, especially considering that we are getting you your honor if we hand this beast over.
Alice agrees and hands you his dagger. Well, it's not a dagger; it's a knife. So you now have a small enchanted dagger.
We'll kind of look it over a little bit. Does it have any markings on it or anything?
It looks like you purchased it. Where can I put this? From at the gift shop from Lord of the Dance. It's absolutely filthy with like Celtic knotwork silver and
like says made in China on it?
no.
Hey, Taiwan. They have the good crap over there.
It's the kind of dagger you would carry inside of your cloak, so pickpockets wouldn't see it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Macrion. They give you an ear cuff.
Okay.
And they said, this will greatly enhance your memory. You will get a bonus dice to any no roll once a day.
Nice. So he just says, I appreciate this. I am disappointed in the fact that you would say what you did about those of us living here and then abandon us. As Herminius said, we have done what you could not.
He says, well, this is your world. He says, Macrion, I feel badly about what happened. So, if you would help us carry it home, we can have that drink. And I'll return you here tomorrow.
He like started to turn away, like, because it's just more excuses, and then he kind of like he just fucking snaps around and he's like, "What? I may have been hasty in my judgment." And he kind of like fixes his cloak.
He goes, and then you can bring back something for Doreena. I'll have something for her at my estate, something suitable.
Hey,
She says, I would not approach her right now. She is
no, do not.
She is as hot as a fireplace poker. But come back with us. We'll have a drink, a meal. I'll have our house minstrel play you a song, and then I'll return you with a gift for Doreena, the huntress.
This I do not trust.
I don't think he makes the fuck. Would he? I don't know. Like,
I just give him like the dirtiest of looks.
You walked away. You don't even hear the details of this, Doreena.
They're still talking to them. Dirty looks all around. Everyone gets dirty looks. Sorry.
I don't think he makes an insight. But he does. Like, he steps forward and he extends his hand and he says, "Do we have an accord?"
And he takes your hand and he says, "We do. I pledge to honestly return you here in 1 day of your time."
And I agree.
Parlay for just a moment. As an accord, not that we don't entirely trust you, but
I hear that and I scoff.
Might I offer a deal of one of ours, one of yours? Targener, would you be up to spending a next few hours at least over here while Macrion is over there.
He says
Just
we've
to
al-
ensure
He says
that-
we've already reached settlement with you and with him. So no, I would not like to stay in the world of iron for 1 second longer than I need to.
Do I hear any of this? Because
Yeah.
I
I don't think he's being quiet now.
sternly walk back, look him dead in the face, and say, "Sir, you will stay here as long that it is needed." And I just keep glaring at him.
He says, well, it's hard for me to take your friend back and stay here at the same time.
Then the prince stays.
I can't return without him.
Does the prince need you to return? Can he not go and come by himself?
He says, I've made an accord with Macrion. He doesn't have an issue.
It will be fine. We shook on it. I will. If you would wait for me in the village, I will return tomorrow.
Will you now?
We give you our word to return him unharmed.
Your word means nothing.
He goes, we didn't get, he says, really? Because we never gave you our word to any part of our plans when we negotiated your...
You deceived us. You completely deceived us.
You allowed yourself to be deceived, and now you're just angry. You're more angry at yourselves than us.
No, I'm not angry at myself. I'm angry at the fact that you could not teach a little prince how to kill a beast.
At
the
this
beast
point,
came. I'm just
at this point, both the she vanish along with Macrion and the body of the Kathshi.
Fuckers. Fucking fuckers. They just don't want to deal with my mouth. I guess the she's over there don't fucking whatever.
It's over, Doreena.
All right, Macrion. You spend a lovely 18 hours in Tirnanog.
Nice.
You tour a garden. You have a wonderful meal. You are bathed by 3 curious she maidens who've never seen a man from the world of iron before.
And then you are ritually slaughtered.
Yep.
You are entertained.
Your skin is so pink and pale.
You meet the prince's parents.
Oh, they're gonna eat you tonight.
And the next day,
How to serve humans.
The next day, you are brought back to the world of iron at a farm where the 3 of them are waiting.
Where your body parts are scattered about them.
And I need you to roll an idea roll.
Okay.
Thank God it wasn't a luck roll.
Fuck me. 94 out of... That's edu, right?
Yeah.
Idea. So my edu is a 90. I'll spend 4 points of luck to make that a success.
Oh, yeah, you better. Because you would have forgotten everything that happened.
Oh.
You would have, and it would have been like a dreamlike memory that never really becomes clear.
Nice.
All right, and I can give you all. We're gonna say everyone gets 5 sanity points.
Nice.
Hey.
The she are as good as their word. Everyone who lost sheep was paid with one of those double thick gold coins, and the family of the shepherd that died received 5.
Okay.
Any chance that I maybe mysteriously have some luck points returned? Because I sure as shit burned some of those.
I think you roll when you roll like to see if your skills go up. You roll your luck,
Okay.
and if you make it, you get I think 1d10 back.
Okay.
Is that end of session or is that end of an arc?
That depends. It's the end of this session. I mean, you've dealt with the the end of this adventure, the Harvest Moon Hunt. Where we go from here is up to you. There are other adventures you could have in Britannia. Herminius will get a letter that there's some trouble brewing in Antioch. So we can send. I can send you guys to the Eastern Empire, or we can stay here on the western edge of the Empire. We can talk about that next session. There are other Britannia. There's one in Wales that I actually have written up that we can start in a couple of weeks.
Sweet.
Mind going back to Rome just a little bit to unload some of this massive pile of cash that we've acquired.
Well, we also still have to head back, and at least the three of you have to collect the rest of our booty from the last town.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
From our Patreon.
And I need to collect my shares.
Well, you know, there's a fee for collecting your shares, right? Listen, I'm angry.
I want you to know, after the last session, I went to like 3 or 4 people, and I was like, my group, they entered into this whole negotiation with the Shi about joining them in battle against this beast. I said, and nobody thought to roll insight to see if they were being like, and they're like, have they never read or been told a fairy tale? It's like everyone says, never trust the Shi. It's I don't know. Like they were like, oh my god, and they were like, oh, they're so dead, and
we're just so awestruck by their presence.
See, I think Marcion just sort of leaned into the folktales, and that it's like contractual stuff, but you've got to read the fine print. So I think he even said around the fire, is this a deal? Do we make an accord? Did we is this a thing that we're doing? And I thought that they had agreed that was the case, but again, we didn't work out specifics either. Hey, you're not going to leave, right? Or these weapons will work, right?
He said, well, one of you said, will these weapons work? And he answered, yeah, for what we need, they'll do fine.
Yeah.
Which was not saying yes.
Right.
Being a Syrian boy, I was not familiar with these Fae.
Right.
I'll read my ideology and beliefs from my backstory. A person's reputation is very important. People need to know who they can trust and who they cannot.
That's why you were so aghast.
That's the thing that matters. So, fuck the Fae. I will.
And you were warned because the villagers told you that nobody should deal with them. Remember, the girl, I sold them some supplies, but if my parents found out that I had any dealings with them, they'd be furious.
I didn't realize that's why that was. Actually, now I'm a little bit pissed at the rest of you for not being I need to just go back to Rome, I think. You need to be around people like
Listen, I'm used to dealing with witches and warlocks. Okay, the Fae is out of my purview.
Yeah. If I ever see a Fae starving on the side of the road, even though that's another personality trait of mine, I would just give them a rock to suck on.
But in a way, I feel bad, and in a way, I don't, because you guys were like, "Oh my God, it's the Shi, and we're going on an adventure with elves," and you're thinking, Lord of the Rings, and I'm thinking these. I'm thinking Fight Club. Oh, these guys are dicks. I'm like, they don't like you. One is being openly hostile, right?
I don't know.
But the other one was so nice. I just figured he was a surly old dude.
All those douchey frat boys are nice too until they rape you behind a dumpster.
That's true.
These were not nice people. These were kind of
lesson learned. Right.
And if you really look at Celtic mythology, these guys are dicks. They do a lot of real shady stuff.
Arthurian mythology. All right, come on.
Right.
In my defense, in previous games, I have given away the location, the phone numbers to bad guys without any clue, and it was because of wine and cheese. So they dined me again.
Yeah. I remember one of the other players was like, let me get this straight. You gave the mad scientist vivisecting animals, who was the last person to see the missing guy alive, our address and room number of the hotel. And then the person she was with said, it seemed like a good idea at the time, but now that you put it that way, and she was like, well, he did give us wine and cheese.
They sent me wine and cheese, like
4 hours later, this inhuman bear corpse hybrid comes through the window.
Oh my god! Wait, who? They got their character was completely annihilated.
Yeah,
and then, oh god, I felt so horrible. So Malachi, you're not in the best of hands with me.
I don't do it all the time, but I do like betraying characters with NPCs. The thing is, if you portray an NPC well, people let their guard down. But every nice person isn't trustworthy in this world.
Yeah.
Yep. I will never trust again in this game.
Oh my god. Well, at least roll insight. If you don't trust someone, roll insight. You start using that judgment on your character sheet.
Literally every other turn, I'm gonna be
lesson learned. Look, none of you died. This thing literally could have killed all of you.
Yeah.
I mean, if you had rolled less on your armor, you would have been dead in that one attack, and then it would have killed someone else.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it would have killed Herminius and Marcion right out of the bat.
I got 14 hit
we
points.
would not have stood a chance.
I'm a hale and healthy guy.
That was some ballsy stuff.
Yeah, but what's your armor?
To slow it down.
Well, I don't have any armor. I don't know.
Well, there we go.
Well, if everyone had a good time, then I've done my job.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Plus, we got some sweet ass booty now too.
Yes,
right?
Yeah. Some magical charms and a weapon.
Malachi has a necklace.
I have my pride.
What did Doreena get?
Nothing.
They sent her back something.
What is it?
Oh.
Open your package. Oh, what's in the box?
Hold on.
What's in the bag?
Wait, what if they're all right? Yeah.
It's a hunter's net of silver threads.
Ooh.
Oh, because he saw that you botched your net.
Yeah, it's kind of a backhanded gift if you ask.
Yeah,
It really is.
Honestly, how much is it worth? That's what I really need to know.
It is enchanted.
Oh, it's enchanted. Fine, I'll keep it.
I mean, a net doesn't harm anything, but it is enchanted that once a day,
nice.
the first time you throw it every day, it gets a bonus dice.
Ooh,
Okay.
nice.
So if we don't like somebody, I could just throw it at them.
Yeah, like next time we see a fae, just throw that on.
Anything that looks remotely close, you fucker. That's it.
Yep.
Yeah, they probably put the RoboCop thing in it that it can't be used against Fae.
Anyone with slightly pointy ears, just throw it on them.
It's a birth defect.
Honestly, as somebody who studied a lot of Celtic mythology when I was in medieval reenactment, the fact that your first encounter with the Fae have you absolutely despising them and not trusting them at all, I'm thinking, okay, good. I've conveyed this correctly. Because these are not nice people.
I officially am done with trusting anybody. I maybe trust Doreena. That's about it.
So if I trust the person, question 100%.
Actually, except Doreena, who's a local, didn't tell us anything about not trusting you.
There's a reason why I was angry.
God.
I imagine it's like a real awkward conversation when he comes back. Like he kind of walks up with a box and he's like, "Eh."
She just grabs it and turns away.
And it's just a really quiet walk
She's
all
like,
the way back.
I'm like, these sons of, oh, this is nice.
No, when he's there, I like toss it on the ground, like fuck that shit, and then I pick it up and how much can I get for it?
All right, well,
shame on me. I'm sorry.
I'm really glad that we got to do like a kind of a Halloween, like
Yeah.
old Celtic creepy, type of adventure right before Halloween. So to the fans out there, Cthulhu Invictus is back in stock at Call of Cthulhu. My books finally arrived. We're having a sale the rest of the month.
Yeah.
15% off every purchases orders over $50, physical items, and for every physical book you're getting a free gift. Could be a bookmark, could be some Roman coins, could be a sticker, could be an art print, could be a map. It's kind of what I have at hand. Whatever's close enough that I can throw into
Just
the box.
reach out. Yeah,
But-
that's what you get.
But no, every book will come with one free random gift.
So head on over to goldengoblinpress.com. There's a link in the show notes. It's easy to remember. Head over to the store and check that out. We also have coffee for sale. That's tinyurl.com, or there's a crazy slug in the show notes for that as well. It's a nice, easy drinking medium roast. Even with stuff Neil's got going on, that coffee is still available. His assistant is roasting for him. A little bit of the money comes back to the show. Our Patreon is up as well. If you feel like throwing a couple of sesterces at the podcast, that would be awesome. We appreciate it. If not, this is the time of COVID and everything sucks. So we understand if you are unable to do so. But we appreciate you watching, checking it out. Reviews on iTunes or whatever your podcatcher of choice is also immensely helpful for us. Just bumps us up in the algorithms, gets more eyes on the product. And if you have other friends that listen to podcasts, let them know that we're out here doing some stuff. We've got 4 ongoing campaigns, 5 ongoing, a bunch of stuff going on. There's probably something in there you would enjoy listening to. Rolls from sci-fi to fantasy to Roman Cthulhu mythos stuff. So thanks for checking us out. We'll catch you next time.
Bye.
Happy Halloween.
Die, Faye, die.
Oh my gosh.
That's great.
Story.
I love the post, by the way, of what is it? Die Fay Kitty Kebab? Oh, he left.
He left, yeah.
He left.
Oh my God.
I don't know if this is ever going to end. We're still here.
What do you mean?
Yeah,